Hi friends, welcome back to a very important lecture for the UPSC Prelims examination. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss some of the secret option elimination techniques which you can use while solving CSAT paper, particularly reading comprehension questions. Guys, you all know that difficulty level of CSAT paper is increasing with every passing year, and if you want to crack CSAT easily and if you are not very strong in mathematics, then guys, reading comprehension is a must. Guys, after analyzing last 10 years of CSAT paper, I have come to the conclusion that there are some elimination techniques which if you use, then you can solve the CSAT paper, the RC questions very easily, and your accuracy level of the CSAT paper will increase. In this video, I am going to discuss with some techniques using a 2024 CSAT paper question. Guys, let us start. So this is the reading comprehension which came in the Civil Services 2024 CSAT paper. I am going to share the technique which you should use while solving the real examination questions, reading comprehension in the UPSC exam. So guys, my first suggestion to you is that without reading the passage also you can solve many questions in the UPSC prelims examination. Okay, this sounds little bit weird, but that is true. And first I am going to solve both the questions in this passage without reading the passage, and then we will come back and we will read the passage, and I will show you how our attempting the paper without even reading the passage, okay, was a correct technique if you apply these techniques. Okay, so there are two questions in this passage, question number 3 and question number 4, and let us first solve question number 4. Okay, so based on the above passage, the following assumptions have been made. Okay, let us read. Fiscal policies of government are solely responsible for higher prices. Guys, one technique which you have to remember, which helps you eliminate options in UPSC prelims examination, is that extreme words you have to eliminate. Keep this in mind. Okay, extreme words. Look for extreme words. Now you see here the word solely is an extreme word. So this will obviously not be the assumption. Second statement, higher prices do not affect long-term government bonds. Here again guys, do not affect. Guys, generally you know that economy is like a system, and in this system there are various subsystems, and it is very difficult to say that this subsystem does not affect any other subsystem. It is impossible, because everything will have some impact on other. Okay, so to say something that one thing does not have any effect on anything else in the economic system is not possible. So generally such statements, okay, where they say about the effect, and when they say that do not affect, okay, do not affect does not have any effect, those statements will be incorrect. Okay, so the answer to this question will be option D. Okay, so what we learned two things here. First, we learned that extreme words, when you come across extreme words, okay, eliminate that. If you want a list of all extreme words which have been used by UPSC question setters in the last 10 years, let me know. I will give you the list of entire extreme words. Second thing, where they will talk about effect and they will say that there is no effect, generally those statements are also incorrect. So the answer is option D. Now let us read the another question. Which of the following statements best reflects the logical inference? Okay, what is an inference? Inference is something which is deduced from the passage, which is not directly mentioned in the passage. Okay, which is not directly mentioned in there, but it is deduced from the passage. It is inferred from the passage. Okay, so if you see here the statements, the central bank cannot bring down inflation without budgetary backing. And statement 2 says the effect of monetary policy depends on fiscal policies pursued by the government. If you carefully look at both the statements, you will see that both the statements mean the same. Okay, so they will be true together. This is very important rule. they will be true together. If one is true, definitely the other has to be true. Because again, let us read, central banks, okay, cannot bring down inflation without budgetary support. This means what? Central banks, they make what? Monetary policy, and budgetary backing basically means what? Fiscal policy. It says that the monetary policy cannot control inflation without the help of fiscal policy. And here also the statement says the same thing. It is just rephrasing the statement 1. The statement 2 is rephrasing statement 1. The effect of monetary policy depends on the fiscal policy pursued by the government, obviously. So both these two statements mean the same, just that they have rephrased. Okay, rephrasing of the same statement. So here both the statement will be correct. Okay. So now if you see, we will read the passage and I will show you how both the answers are correct. So this is the passage, guys. Okay, quickly we'll read the passage. As inflation rises, even governments previously committed to budget discipline are spending freely to help households. So the condition is, when inflation is rising, the governments which were previously committed to budget discipline, now they are spending freely to help the households. Higher interest rates announced by the central banks are supposed to help produce modest fiscal austerity, because to maintain stable debt while paying more to borrow, governments must cut spending and raise taxes. Without the fiscal backup, monetary policy eventually lose traction. You can see this statement has just been rephrased. This statement has been just rephrased. Okay. Again, you see this, guys. Okay, higher interest rates become inflationary, not disinflationary, because they simply lead governments to borrow more to pay rising debt servicing cost. The risk of monetary unmooring is greater when public debt rises. You can see this. Now you see how they have said that monetary policy is related to the fiscal policy. Okay, so you can see even the statement 1 and 2 both are correct. They are okay indirectly mentioned in the passage. And as far as this is concerned, this is a pure assumption. Okay, and we could have eliminated this only by extreme word analysis. That is why, guys, I tell you that it is very important for you to analyze the PYQs. Guys, entire 25 years of general studies paper 1, okay, prelims paper 1, I have analyzed in my PYQ mastery classes. You can make use of these PYQ mastery classes. Also, guys, here I have taught all the elimination techniques. Further, guys, you can also practice my important questions for the UPSC Prelims Examination 2025. You have seen the cutoff last year was less than 90 marks. It is very easy to score and clear this cutoff if you practice some predicted questions in the end, guys, because this has the potential to boost your marks, substantially boost your marks. If you are struggling around 70 and 80, easily 10-20 marks can be boosted using these predicted questions. With this, I am going to take your leave, guys. Do consider liking and sharing this video with your friends who are preparing for the UPSC Prelims Examination 2025. Thank you, friends.